Hi Sagittarius, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette if you've never viewed me before. Sagittarius, this is a general reading for the week of March the 25th through the 31st, so the remainder of the month. Sagittarius, this is a general reading, so just take the pieces that resonate and leave the rest. Um, I'm trying to shorten these intros down as best as I can. So just bear with me until I can get a routine down, I suppose. Um, Sagittarius, when I was meditating on your cards, I saw a few different things, and I try to keep track of all the readings, like kind of like how they go. They kind of been telling a story as this past month has been going on. Um, Sagittarius, I feel like you have been kind of going through some things. I feel like um, you've been trying to almost leave a situation, recently for some of you. Um, but then when I was meditating on your cards, um, I feel like I was getting the first thing I heard was a second opinion for something. I don't know if this is a medical thing or whatever it is, but that's what I was hearing. I kept hearing, second opinion, get a second opinion. Um, the other thing was is that I feel like you could be educating yourself on something. I felt like you kept seeing reading, a lot of reading being done, you know, um, and like scrolling. Um, the other thing is that I feel like some of you could be quitting like smoking or like vaping, like smoking cigarettes, and vaping. Some of you, I feel like you could be doing a lot more like I kept hearing like inner peace, like you're trying to find like more inner peace with yourself and trying to like take back like your inner power. Like I kept like feeling like you've like given your power away. You've given your power away for too long. I kept like feeling like I kept hearing. The other thing was I feel like some of you are trying to um like you've been like you're taking up a creative hobby, like for like almost like a therapy to deal with some things, and it was like almost like a painting, like a really intricate painting, almost like painting with like um almost like where you pick up like string and like dip it in paint and like kind of rub it, or like some of it wasn't even like paint, it was like different materials, like like recycled materials. I even want to say motor oil for some of you. I don't know if that is resonating. Like some of you, if you're really into like recycled materials, um, if that's resonating for some of you, maybe you're getting into like composting or something like that. You have the Ten of Wands on the bottom. You have the Strength card on the bottom of the clarification deck here. You have the Page of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Death card with the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. You have the Knight of Wands with the... You have the Two of Swords with the Knight of Wands. And you have the Moon with the Five of Pentacles. Alright, Sagittarius, let's get into this here. So you have the Page of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of Swords is all a card all about, learning. And it felt like, some of you are trying to learn something. You could be trying to learn a new skill, whether this is for a hobby or something that you are, trying to pursue, later down the road. Um, or you could be trying to train someone else. You could be representing the Queen of Pentacles, if that's you, and you could be trying to train somebody else. I felt like I had that for you in the past before. Um, and the Page of Swords can represent a child or somebody younger than you that you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. Um, but I feel like that's kind of something that's happening around you. But I feel like you're around new skills. I feel like it's like an experience that you're going through where you're learning almost as you go. Um, and I feel like you don't have all the details yet. But you're just kind of learning as you go. And it's a little bit of a rocky experience. It's like you're dealing kind of with like a stubborn energy. This could be you or this could be the person that you're dealing with. But either way, either you or the other person is nurturing one another. Um, and I feel like you're doing it in a resourceful way. On the other side of this, you could be learning something so you can almost become like this Queen of Pentacles. You want to have a more fulfilling, more nurturing, stable life when it comes to your resources, your finances. So you're learning so that way you can, bulk up that, your your bank account, I should say. You're in the early stages, I should say, of that. You have the Death card and the Seven of Pentacles. Um, I feel like this could be saying that you're taking a look at something that hasn't been, and I feel like this has been kind of going around your reading for a while. There's been something that you're kind of evaluating, and this could be whether you throw in the towel or not on this. I feel like you are making progress in a situation, but you're going to have to evaluate if you're going to continue. This could be love, this could be work, this could be a project. It really could go on and on. Um, but I feel like at the same time, you are transforming and you are going through a process during this whole thing. So we'll do some further clarifying on this. So even if you feel like, you're not getting anywhere in this and you should throw in the towel, this whole experience is not for nothing. Your gardening might not be growing like he is, he's plowing these fields. You might feel like you're not getting anywhere in a sense. You feel like this has been a complete waste of my time. You aren't really, nothing is a waste of time. You're still gaining so much experience, life experience, and you're gaining these stories to make, Sagittarius's life. You're making Sagittarius's portfolio, and you're making Sagittarius's life, a complete history of your story. So nothing's ever a waste. You have the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like this could be somebody that you could be going to, possibly for some clarity or some advice. You have three queens here. So you could be, there could be maybe a little bit of, you could be receiving help from somebody with three queens, or there could be maybe a little bit of, maybe some depending on what's happening. I feel like you don't have any. I don't feel like it's feuding in your close. Not where you're trying to get to. I don't feel like that's kind of what's happening. I feel like you're trying to receive help. With the Four of Wands, you could be. This could be a home that you're trying to head to, or a place of a comfortable environment. Um, I feel like I've said that to you before, but the Queen of Swords is all about, someone who has, truth, clarity, something who, it's almost like somebody who has all the answers. With this Queen of Swords, she's very different. This is from the Fyodor Pavlov tarot. I hope I said that right. But she's very different because, she's covered in all this armor. So I feel like almost like she's almost like a very great protector. This could be a man or a woman, take it how it resonates. But this is like a protector that you're trying to head to. I feel like you want to get to this place. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, you have the Queen of Pentacles twice. I apologize. I thought you had three queens. You do have two queens, though. I apologize for that. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Um, and I feel like this could be if you are dealing with a earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I feel like, this could be the if this is a different um energy or person, like a type of a different energy or entity, I should say. Um, I feel like this could be what you are trying to sneak away from. I can only say that because I feel like your readings have been really flowing together a lot. Like it's like the story continues. I feel like, um, And with that, I feel like it's almost like you're just keep going with this, and it's like you're just tactfully, quietly keep doing what you're doing, and eventually it's like you're going to get to where you need to kind of like just kind of sneak away. I feel like you're trying to head out under the cover of darkness. Or maybe you're building your resources. You're trying to build your resources, like the Queen of Pentacles, but you're just doing it very diligently and very quietly. You have the Two of Swords with the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're trying to make decisions on what's the best route to take in your situation. The Knight of Wands is all about going after what he wants. It's about mystery. It's also about headed on a journey. You're about to take a journey in something. He can be a little bit flighty. He's kind of like this energy that kind of goes in and out. And I feel like with the Two of Swords, you are kind of like, she has a blindfold on and she has her swords crossed over her chest. I feel like you're a little bit guarded in a situation because you are, concerned about, getting yourself hurt. You're concerned about where you're going to you don't really know where the road's going to take you with that blindfold, over your eyes. You can't really see what's going to happen. And I feel like it's almost like you get all gung ho about it with that Knight of Wands, and then you back out. You start, and then you back out of it, because that moon is in that energy, or that moon is in that card. And the moon is all about confusion, illusion. It's about the inner fears that we have that can hold us back and make us scared. And you have next the Moon card. Um, and you have it with the Five of Pentacles. Um, and I feel like you have been left out in the cold, Sagittarius. I feel like you have been maybe literally left out in the cold. And I, I feel like you have been either like literally left out in the cold, or and you almost like didn't have a place to go at one point, um or maybe more than that. I feel like that's why almost like why the moon is here too. Like you like almost some of you have like slept outside. um and I feel like it's like you are almost scared to um start a new journey again, because you're like, well, what if I end up back there again? um Yeah, and you're almost kind of scared. The moon's all about, going down this path, but you're like, well, I don't know what that path is going to go down. So, you have every reason to be, nervous, scared, um, full of anxiety and everything else. The moon is short term, though. So these anxieties and fears don't last forever, and to just keep going. It's telling us to just keep going. Um, let's see what we got for you. What's the Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Swords? You have the Four of Wands on the bottom. I have to cover this deck up a lot. I didn't realize how much nudity was in it when I um got it out for this week. You have the King of Wands um for the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. And I feel like this is you really trying to keep your power, your strength, your leadership. I feel like that's what you're trying to do. When I was manifesting on your cards, manifesting, my God. Yeah, maybe I am. I'm trying to manifest. Maybe you're trying to manifest. I feel like you're trying to manifest. That's weird that I said that. I feel like you're trying to manifest this power and this strength and this like this leadership that you're trying to get. I feel like you're trying to get to this point of, courage to be able to get to this point. I feel like almost like you're at this point, this Page of Swords. Like you're at this learning experience. You're like almost like in training. I feel like you're in training, maybe not even like in a physical sense, like a training school. Maybe some of you are. you're almost like getting ready for like a big day of something to get to that. I feel like you're working up the strength and courage to get to this point, this home base. It might not even be a literal home base, but I feel like that's what you're trying to do. You might be saving, you might be you're doing something. I feel like you've had something kind of working, like been you're working, you got something working, has something like in the works. You have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom with the Death card and the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Hierophant. And like I said, this is something that is, nothing is wasted when it comes to putting, your energy. Like I said, you're still transforming into something. The Hierophant is all about, those people are asking him for help. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about, an opportunity that's coming your way. I feel like the Hierophant could be someone coming out for you and you receiving that help. The Hierophant's also connected to what remains to be seen. It's kind of like the High Priestess is what is going to be shown, and the Hierophant's what remains to be seen. So you don't know what's going to happen yet. You know there's something coming with that Ace of Pentacles, but you just don't know yet. You have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. With the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, and I feel like that's what you're trying to do, Sagittarius. I feel like you are desperately trying to lay these burdens down. And the good thing about the Ten of Wands is that after you lay these, wands down, there is the big, the castle and that big village in the background. And I feel like it's almost like you're traveling and you got all this stuff on your back. And you're like, once I get to, this castle, once I get to this, that Four of Wands, I'm good. Once I get there, everything's good. I have, it's like you're just trying to get to that end point. I feel like it's like a movie. It's really strange. I don't know who I'm picking up on, but it's really different. It's like you're it's like you're headed on some sort of, I don't know. I can't even think of a movie that I'm trying to think of. If I reference it, people probably like, what are you talking about? I want to say The Goonies, but that's not even right. That's like the first movie I think of because that's the last movie I like watched about traveling. But they weren't traveling like really home. They were traveling to the pirate ship. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah. But I feel like you're trying to get to this place to lay these burdens down. Like I feel like that that's what you need to do. You have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. And again, you have the Death card with that Seven of Swords and that Queen of Pentacles. Oops, I forgot. I feel like that something needs to end. I feel like something's transitioning. I feel like something's transforming. And I feel like that people know that you're changing. That I feel like you can see yourself changing. I feel like that people know that you're changing because you have the Queen of Wands. Your confidence is starting to build. They know that you have something happening, where before maybe you had nothing going on, but now you do have something going on, and you're starting to act a little bit different, you know? And because of that, it's showing. And it's almost sometimes you have to hide it. Because I feel like you're kind of trying to keep this, secret. You have the Ten of Swords on the bottom, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. And I never try to make my readings dramatic or anything like that. I try to keep them very positive and low key. I never try to make them like, over the top, like, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. Oh my God, I try to make them as genuine and as real as possible. But whatever I feel like I try to put as much sincerity as possible in it as I can. But that's what I'm pulling out. I feel like, whoever's energy I'm picking up on, somebody is moving themselves out of a situation. Like and I feel like it's been going on for these past few readings. Like somebody is trying to remove themselves, whether it's work, family, whatever it is. I feel like it's something like that. But the best part of this reading is that your cards are looking more positive each time. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. And, you know, again, you don't know what's going to happen with that moon card. And you don't know what's going to happen with the Wheel of Fortune. She has this blindfold on, kind of representing like, the cycle of life and the world, everything. The world's going to keep spinning. The wheel's going to keep turning. The moon's going to keep going, coming up. The sun's going to keep coming up, going down, coming up. And, you're really never going to know what's going to happen until, everything just kind of happens. You take action. You go on your journey with the Knight of Wands. You make decisions. We don't really know what's going to happen. And I think you're just feeling with that Five of Pentacles, you're having a fear where maybe you have a scarcity mindset about, what am I going to do for money? Of course, because a lot of us have, especially, us who've, gone through that before, a very bad financial, um, setback before. um or abandonment, anything like that. It's a lot of stress, and you take it with you. But the good thing is that you're not going to know. But you have the 10 of swords on the bottom, which means something is dead, it's done, it's over with, and you have to move on. And the only way that pain or whatever you're going through, a situation that you don't seem like you want to be in anymore, is going to go away, and for you to move on is if you remove yourself from it. Um, I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I wish you all the best. I really feel like you're doing really well and you're putting yourself in the right direction. So keep on doing what you're doing. Um, Thank you so much for watching me today. I'm sorry this was a little long. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy your week so much. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thanks. Bye.